Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another first Descendant video. So we are getting an update to reactors and external components, and we now have an option to max out the substats on them. Now this on paper may not sound like a big deal, but I feel like if you collect a set of each of the components, this could potentially end the RNG with these things. So we still have to go and farm for these sets, collect the different components, and then hope we get the right roles on them, the right options that we want, and then hope that we get them in the gold rarity so that we get maximum benefit. So this has been a pain point for me. For example, over here we have the auxiliary power of the Slayer set, and I have max HP in purple, 687. Now if this was in gold, this would be in the high 800s, maybe 900. I think it goes up to. So you have max HP of 875 on this one. Over here I only have 687. So if you have the maximum or the gold rolls on this, it makes your life easier. You have one proper set you can swap out and use on different descendants. So I've been farming for these different sets, and I've come up with a formula that works for me, because a lot of these sets, they have multiple different options. So you may get fire resistance on the auxiliary power. You also, I believe, get some consumable drop rate or something like that. So getting the two that you want can be a pain. So now with this new update coming out, you can max out as long as you have the right options. So what I'm doing is I'm just going around collecting the things I want, and then not worrying about whether it's blue and gold or whether it's two purples or whatever, as long as the two items match. So the solution I've come up with is, if you see this diamond symbol here, I've marked some of these components with diamonds. These I call the MP, HP, defense, and shield related items on these components. So the processor will have shield and shield recovery. Memory will have defense and MP recovery modifier. Sensor will have max MP and MP recovery in combat. And the auxiliary power will have max HP and MP recovery out of combat. So we are not using any element resistance. We are not taking things like extra gold or equipment drop rate increase or HP recovery modifier, or any of those things. This is good because we don't really need a lot of the other things. Plus, a lot of the descendants are skill-based descendants. So whether it's Viesa, Frena, Bunny, Inez, Blair, they all have skills and they all need MP. So this set works well because you are getting HP, you are getting defense, you're getting some shields, and you're getting all the MP related roles. So this is like the easiest set that you can get, and the one that you should be using for all the skill-based descendants. The Slayer set gives you 26% skill power. So one of these maxed out will help you with a lot of different descendants. Now besides this, there are special cases where you may want two pieces of the Annihilation set to get more duration, or you want to get two pieces of the Ascending Armory so that you reduce the skill cost and things like that. So what I'm going around and doing is getting these diamond ones. Like I said, MP, defense, shield, and health. All those items for each of these components so that we can swap them out, even if you want to swap out just the two pieces or whatever. Get all of these and then have one complete set. Doesn't matter if one of the options is in blue or in gold. Just get them because we can max them later. Now, if you want, you can also collect some sets with the element resistance. Element resistance is not something that we use a lot, but you can collect them. You can also collect things like gold drop rate increase on the memory, for example. There will be chill resistance and HP recovery modifier on this. So non-MP and defensive things, basically. This could be a special case, for example, Glay. Glay doesn't have shields. So something like this would be useless on Glay max shield and shield recovery. You can go with something that helps her. So you could go with, say, toxin resistance and equipment drop rate increase. This could be more useful. Glay also doesn't use MP. So again, having all the MP related roles would be pointless. You go with another set. Annihilation would be good. You can have all the element resistances. You can have more gold drop rate, things like that. So I believe there is Glay, Keelan, and I think Kyle. These people don't use MP. So you can drop the MP related stuff here and go with something else. And Glay also doesn't use shield, so you don't really need the two shield related options here, so you can go with something. So what I've been doing for the last few days is collecting one full set of the diamond setup here. Again, MP, health, defense, all of those things. And then occasionally collecting ones with the element and other things. Once I have all of them, at least I'll not have to worry about farming this main set again. I can just dismantle the extra ones and slowly improve them until I have all of these maxed out 2 golds at the highest setting. For example, with max MP, I think it goes up to 159, I think. And the MP recovery in combat, I think this goes up to 0.250, so 0.25. So yeah, so long way to go. If I do find something better, great. If not, this is fine as well. Similarly, for the reactors, you have the same two options here. So for example, I have only a few gold um, options here. For example, this one here with the Colossus. Additional skill attack when attacking Colossus, 2465. Okay. Skill critical hit damage 31.4. Now this is a reactor I've been using with Inez for taking out the Defiler. I have, as you can see, fully enhanced it. But yesterday while farming, I got this one here. Skill critical hit rate 31.1. Additional skill attack when attacking Colossus 2622. This one is 2465. 2622. So this one has a lot more additional damage against Colossus. However, I'm not going to simply scrap this one and max this out because I want to know how much it will cost. Would it be more beneficial for me to enhance this one to 5 and then drop this one? Or would it be cheaper for me to max this out to values higher than this or whatever the maximum value is? So I'm just keeping this to see how much all of this costs. Now in the dev stream, they did show us these items here. Energy control core, this was for improving the external components. And then quantum crystal, this is, and this one, nano compound, these are for the reactors. So we'll see how much they cost, because if they cost too much, then I'll only focus on the most important external component set, like the Slayer set, for example, just focus on maxing that out, because I've been playing the game since day one, and as you can see, I have 1,000,000 of this. I don't know if that is quite a lot or if this will be consumed in like 5 attempts of improving an external component. So we'll have to see. 5,000,000 of these could be a lot, or these could not be that much anyway. So we'll see what the numbers are exactly. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because I think this is a big change as far as RNG for the external components is concerned. As long as you get one set of all these stats that you want, whatever quality they are, you can just forget about farming these things and just slowly improve them. You have each of the components, because we got 4 new components with this episode 2 update, and we are getting 5 more with Ultimate Player. So there'll be a lot of external components, and there's a lot of sorting that needs to be done. I just emptied out my storage, and I'm just carrying all the external components with me to make sure I have the one that I need, and if I get a better one, I can drop the previous one and things like that. So quite a lot of headache, but just to keep things simple, focus on the Slayer set first and foremost. Maybe get something like the Annihilation set. This one here, the Ascending Armory is good. You could get the Hunter set. This would be okay, and so on. I mean, there's like some use for all of them. But for example, we have the Venom Essence set. This on paper is great for Freyna, but we have been using the Slayer set. So again, don't worry too much about some of these sets. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. Let me know what you think. Is this like a big deal, or you don't really care that much? Because yeah, this has been something that I've not had good RNG with, mostly because we did not get a lot of them in the past. The Colossus would only drop 2 pieces. Now they drop 8 pieces. Even so, you can see I don't have the 2 gold rolls on the sensor or the auxiliary power. But yeah, I can now see us not having to worry about collecting these things, and we can just focus on other things. Because for me, reactor farming is like the most boring part of this RNG of this farming in this game. External components are not so bad, but even so, it's annoying because you want to have all the different options. Let's say you want to mix 2 pieces of one set and two pieces of another, but you don't have the right options, it gets annoying. So this way we can just finish that finally, have everything, and just focus on improving them. But yeah, anyway, wanted to talk about this. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching and see you next time.